So good day everyone, I am Baby Rose Bitero and I am going to discuss our continuation about our topic, which is the unpackaging the self, the physical and the sexual self. So what is the nervous system factors? So the entire nervous system plays a significant role during sexual response. The automatic system is involved in controlling the involuntary response. In the presence of the stimulus capable enough of initiating a sexual response, the efferent cerebrospinal nerves transmit the sensory messages to the brain. The brain will interpret the sensory messages and dictate what will be the imitate and the appreciate response of the body. So which means, in short, siya ang highly complex part of our body, which is siya ang maghatag og signals the way ta mo talk, the way ta mo think, and the way ta mo act. So next is the sexual problems. So sexual problems may be classified as psychological, physiological, and social in origin. Any given problem may be involved all the three categories. So physiological problems is the least among the three categories. Why? Because rare ra or gamay ra ang mga tao ang nagsuffer ng sakita. So this diseases DI is due to the abnormal development of genitalia or that part of the neurophysiology or controlling sexual response. So genitalia are the reproductive organ of a person which is divided into two. Like this example. So mauna siya. So next is the psychological problems. So the psychological problems comprised by the four largest category. They are usually caused by the social induced inhibitions, maladaptive attitudes, ignorance, and sexual myths held by the society. An example of the latter in the belief that good, mature sex must involve rapid erection. So the last category is the social origin. In the sexual problem can refer to the number of the factors including cultural norms and expectations, religions, gender rules, and social stigma. Example, sa religion, some religions have strict rules and regulations about sexual behavior, which can lead to the feelings of guilt and shame if those rules are not followed. So these feelings of guilt and shame can contribute to sexual problems. So addition, based on my research, there are four categories of sexual dysfunction, which is the desire disorder, arousal disorder, orgasms disorder, and pain disorder. So next is sexual transmitted diseases or STDs. So STDs are infections transmitted from an infected person to an infected person through sexual contact. STDs can be caused by the bacteria, viruses, or parasites. Example include gonorrhea, genital herpes, human papilloma virus infection, human immunodeficiency virus or HIV, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome or AIDS, chlamydia, and syphilis, or National Institute of Allergy and Infection Disease of the National Institute of Health of the United States 2017. So aside day sa HIV ug AIDS, there are other sexually transmitted diseases in humans like what I mentioned earlier. So chlamydia is a common STD that can cause infections among both men and women. It can cause permanent damage to a woman's reproductive system. This can make it difficult or impossible to get pregnant later. Chlamydia can also cause a potential fatal ectopic pregnancy or pregnancy that occurs outside the womb. Gonorrhea causes infection with the Neisseria gonorrhea bacterium. Gonorrhea infects the mucous membranes of the reproductive tract, including the cervix, uterus, and fallopian tubes in women, and the urethra in women and men. Next is syphilis, is a sexual transmitted infections or STI that can cause of serious health problems without treatment. Infections develop in stages the primary, secondary, latent, and tertiary. Each stage can have difficult signs and symptoms. So next is chancroid is a bacterial sexual transmitted infection or STI caused by the infections with the Haemophilus ducreate. It is characterized by the painful necrotizing genital ulcer that may be accompanied by the equinal lymphadenopathy. It is highly contagious but curable disease. So next is human papilloma virus or HPV is spread through any skin-to-skin contact. You can get HPV by having vaginal, anal, or oral sexual with someone who has the virus, even if they don't have signs of symptoms. So next is herpes simplex virus or HSV, known as herpes, is a common infection that can cause painful blisters or ulcers. It's primarily spread by skin-to-skin contact. It is treatable but not curable. So there are two types of herpes simplex virus. The first type is mostly spread by the oral contact and cause infection in order around the mouth. Oral herpes or cold sores. It can also cause genital herpes. Most adults are infected with HSV1. So the second type spreads by sexual contact and causes genital herpes. Most people have two symptoms or only mild symptoms. The infection can cause painful blisters or ulcers that can recur over time. Medicines can reduce symptoms but can't cure the infection. So the last disease is Trichomonas vaginalis, is an archobic flagellated protozoan parasites and the causative agents of sexually transmitted disease called trichomoniasis. It is most common pathogenic protozoan and infects humans in industrialized countries. And that's all my topic. Thank you everyone.